This is a flip through of one of my journals, using mainly Bohemian Crafting's Blue Withy collection. It measures 8 1/4 by 5 and 7/8 inch spine, I think. And I've created like this corset type fastener with some vintage lace and some trim, elastic, and sewn on buttons, vintage buttons, some silk flowers. It's another altered file folder. Inside the first, I have some more of that from that collection. It's from the Blue Withy. I've created a altered paper clip with one of Tim Holtz's number breads, and that folds open to expose these little pockets, with each with a little journaling card, if that's what you want to call it. Yeah, I think so. Journaling card. Some Tim Holtz words. And then the backdrop is just some more of that Blue Withy paper. And I think this was a like designer paper here. In here is just a single large pocket. It's made to look like two. And I put in some ephemera that can be journaled on the back. Some trim on them. Some collage work. In the back here is a large pocket. It's an altered envelope, this whole thing. And there's a pocket on the pocket. And it has it's actually two little pockets. And just little bits of ephemera in this little pocket. On the back is another little pocket with little bits of ephemera and some journaling spots. Over here is a flap. I turned this into, I haven't put anything into it. I might put a ticket or something in there. These are little pockets in here. And at the top is another pocket with a journaling card. And that flips up for more journaling space. Same here, there's a little pocket here. And another journaling card in there. And more journaling spots and some of that beautiful Blue Withy paper. And it flips, there's a tab that flips over. Over here has there's a little tuck spot, but I didn't want to cover that up. I'm not certain. I think that's from the same collection, the Blue Withy collection. And that's a big pocket with the hand dyed. I sprayed this cardstock with some spray inks and distressed it, and then put in another little journaling card in that pocket. And the label. Up in this pocket is a large journaling card, just basically left blank, a little collage work, lined paper on the back. The journal itself is just some designer paper for the cover, and a lot of the inside I chose some designer paper I had and coffee dyed it so that it matches the rest of the, and it's just a lot of blank pages, a flip up for journaling. There's a couple of folded up papers that I printed on parchment paper. Where the page was too long, I've created little tucks. And the same with here. I've just created a pocket here and put in some more of that parchment paper. Journaling spots. And some more. It's just printed beautiful ephemera. I can't say, I think I got that from Eva too at Bohemian Crafting. This is some designer paper. Then the offcuts, I've created the center. This is removable by an elastic. A book can come out. So you can place in whatever size notebook that would fit in here. Some more of that ephemera and parchment. Some more. It's just loaded with ephemera parchment paper. Over on this side, I made a wrap, a button wrap on this pocket. There's two pockets in here and some journaling spot and some trim on these little ephemera journaling card pieces. And just put some labels on it just to make it look pretty. This is another altered envelope, and in here is a large journaling card, just a little collage work, and some more of that blue Withy paper. I love it, the birds on the wire. And on the inside I've used some plus that window, there's a window, I keep forgetting about that. There's a window on that part of the envelope on the other side, so you still see those birds poking through. I made this about a month and a half ago, so sometimes I forget. It's more ephemera here in this pocket. I'm not certain if I think that's just for looks. There's a big pocket with some of that vintage lace from the corset part I cut out the beautiful roses that was left over, and a piece of ephemera in there with some piano roll paper stencil, used like a stencil for the lines. Some more beautiful vintage trim, and some of it's modern, but most of it's been. This little picture frame has been glossy accent, so it's nice and shiny. I created this little journaling spot, more of that piano roll paper stencil and the blue Withy paper that gets tucked under here, underneath that belly band. That opens up to another altered envelope that has a piece of ephemera with graph paper on the back. Under here is, that's like a negative, the offcuts from die making, and I created a frame with it, and has part of that blue Withy, and I framed up the little bird, and then a tag that came with the kit. So I think that's an egret or a crane. Here's the flap from the envelope. I've created a tuck spot with 2 more pieces of ephemera backed with some graph paper. On the back of the journal is, I use one of those tags as a tuck spot. It's stitched on and put in my business card with a little edging so it blends in. I want to thank you for looking, and have a great day.